Hello and welcome to Fakutori. This is a laid-back automation game where you start with 4 elements and your job is to discover new elements with the eventual goal of discovering the legendary blocks. So let's jump right into a new game. We're going to do story mode. Okay, this game has a little bit of dialogue. It's kind of fun to read, so I encourage you to check it out. But we're going to skip over most of it just so we can see the game. This is our new objective here, to have 5 copies of each raw element in your factory. There are 4 raw elements that we need to get. So this is our factory board. There's nothing on it right now. We can hit 1 to bring up the edit menu, and these are the 4 elements. We have fire generator, water generator, earth generator, and air generator. Our goal is to have 5 of each of these. Now we can also hit the compendium here. This tells you what we have discovered. It's these 4 ingredients right here. The little turquoise mark in the top left corner means it's our current objective, and we need to basically get 5 blocks of each of these, and each one of these has different properties. So like fire is weightless, it's not affected by gravity, it is burning, and it's evolving. Water here has weighty and conductive. Earth is weighty, so that means it falls down, and air is weightless, so it is unaffected by gravity. Okay, let's bring back up the edit menu. Let's put the fire generator in. This is, I believe, not affected by gravity, so it's going to produce one, and it's just going to stay there. It's not going to fall. There's our fire, so we're going to need to move it down so that we can create another one because it's stuck right now. So let's grab some conveyor belts. We need 5 of them, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5, it'll stick one here, and we're going to put one here for air. Then we're going to do earth generator and water generator. Earth and water have weight to them, so we're going to put a block here to catch them. We have $2,200 right now to spend. So let's go ahead and unpause that. Actually, it automatically pauses when you enter the build menu. This is the tick menu up here. It generates 2 items per tick, so basically at the halfway mark it generates 1 more. When it gets down to the bottom here, it's going to generate 1. And then when it gets back to the top, it generates 1. As you can see, earth is falling, water is falling, but air and fire are just sitting there. So once we get 5 of these, that'll meet our goal here. We can click at our foreman here and turn in the mission. He loves his coffee, we're going to come to find out. So I completed my objective. Let's go ahead and turn that in. So the next goal is to discover the 6 elements marked in the compendium. So let's go. Let's hit the compendium up. These are the 6 elements we're after, so we can click on them and we can get hints. As long as we've discovered the elements that make them up, it'll show us this recipe. Whereas these, we don't know what they do because we haven't discovered these recipes yet. So we need to discover these 6 ones here. But basically we just combine water and earth into a combiner, and that will discover the next ingredient. So this is the machines tab. If you delete stuff, it deletes the machines. If you click on elements, it's not going to let me sell them right now. We're kind of stuck in tutorial land. So let's just keep going. So I believe we need earth and water, I believe it was. We can rotate these up, that way they'll just sit there on top of the block here. We'll put in a combiner. And let's put a block down there to catch it. So that should be a new ingredient right here, I think. So it's going to form these, it's going to combine them, and we discovered wood. Nice. So you can see we discovered one of the things here. Now we need to get this one here, which is fire and air. Air. Put a combiner down. Let's put another block here. And we need to discover the rest of these. So what was the rest of them? So we need earth and fire, earth and air, earth, air, fire, combiner, and we'll put some of these. I think some of these are going to float. Let's go ahead and see what we're at here. So next we discovered smoke, we discovered lava, and we discovered dust. This is dust here, this is lava, this is smoke. You can see smoke rises, so it formed a second one. And then we need to go back to the compendium. We need this one here, which is water and fire, and water and air. Look at those. We're actually out of money. We're gonna have to sell some of these things to make it. So let's just grab this one here. Let's go ahead and sell it. Put fire down here. We still can't sell these elements yet, so we're going to have to move them out of the way. Nice set of steam. Steam rises, as you can see. That mission complete. We can turn that in. See, he just smashed his coffee cup. He does that a lot. He's got quite the temper. He wanted to sit there longer. Completed my objective. That's nice. See, he's asking if we're ready to go look for legendary blocks, but not all the Wakas believe in legendary blocks. He doesn't believe they exist. Like I say, it's quite the temper. That's the second cup of coffee in this dialogue alone that he's smashed. Actually, we need to earn 100 coins by selling element blocks. Let's go. Now we've unlocked the ability to make some money. We only have 40 coins right now. We can hit 1. Now we can click on the elements tab, and we can click on the sell button, and we can just highlight this whole thing. It's going to sell every element in there. It's not going to touch our machines as long as we have the elements tab selected. So you're going to be very careful that you don't have the machines tab selected, because it will sell all your stuff and you cannot get it back. I mean, it'll give you the money back, but you'll have to rebuild all of it. There's no undo button. Just like that, we saw that we made 99 coins there, so we had 40, so I think we made 59 coins. So we're basically just going to unpause it, let it run again, and then we will sell them all again. We should complete that mission pretty quickly. Okay, nice, that completes that mission. Let's get the next one going. Okay, looks like our next goal is to discover these 4 elements here. We've already discovered these 2. This is a shooting star. It basically happens when a block falls a certain length. But let's look at this one here. This is place a wood block next to a burning block. So we have wood right here. Let's go ahead and delete this some of the stuff so it's not in the way. So the elements. And we will sell the machines. You can click on all blocks and it sells both of them, but you want to be careful. That's good. So water, fire is up here. So we're going to grab the fire generator and rotate that next to the block there. And there we go. We discovered coal. Fire next to wood turns it into coal. So we can just dismiss that one. Again, let's keep selling stuff while we're at it. We discovered time. That is just ether that sat here for a while. So we're going to keep selling elements just so we can make some money right now. Eventually we'll unlock the machine that allows us to sell something kind of like a hub. But for now we have to just do it manually to keep earning some money. We just need this one to discover here. This is let a shooting star block fall on an earth block. So let's try that. Let's go over to, let's just grab the menu here. Let's grab the machines. Let's grab an earth block. Let's rotate that down. One, it needs to fall 10 blocks, I believe. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this should fall and turn into a shooting star. And this should land on air and we should create something. Let's check it out. So that is earth. It's going to fall. It's going to turn into a shooting star. Oh, just barely. So I need to move this down a little bit, but from here we've got, this is luck, let a shooting star fall on an air block. So I did the wrong one here. I need to put an earth block there. So that's nice, we discovered a new ingredient accidentally. let's make some money. Go to machines, let's grab the earth generator, sell this one, and put this one in its place. So we discovered a meteorite that is a shooting star that falls on Earth. You can click on the Machines tab, click the select button, and you can move stuff around. Very handy. This is going to fall, turn into a shooting star, and it's going to land on the block and turn into a meteorite. So nice, we've discovered all the stuff for that mission. Okay, here's our next mission: to unlock the disassembler and use it to earn 250 coins by selling element blocks. So this disassembler is basically the store. We can sell any block in it, and we can check the compendium here. So we can see each block has a value. This is 4 coins. This is 6 coins. These raw elements are only worth 1 coin. Luck is worth 6 coins. Time is worth 18. That's pretty good. So let's and we need to unlock this, so we got to go to 1 here, go to machines, and this is the disassembler. It's going to cost us 500 coins to unlock it. So we're going to have to come up here and just basically start selling some stuff to make some money. Made 750 bucks. Let's go see if we can unlock some stuff. Grab 1 here. Let's hit the machines tab. And there's a whole bunch of stuff we can unlock here. The disassembler, the pusher, the puller. These are 1,500 coins. So we're definitely going to need to set up something to make some money. But let's grab the disassembler first. We're going to click and hold this. That unlocks it. We're going to, now it costs 100 to build one of these, so it's kind of expensive, but what we're going to do is build a couple of them. So we're just going to put it right next to the thing here. We're going to rotate this so can zoom in so you can see it. We'll put that right there. And we'll come down here and we'll put one right here. And now it'll basically automatically sell it. So it's going to form the dirt and then it's going to automatically sell it. So these are going to come up here. And we can basically create a whole bunch of little factories right now. The factories are going to get larger a little bit later. But right now we're just kind of making little stuff to discover different things. So I think our current goal is to make 250 coins selling stuff, so that shouldn't take too long. That ran for just a couple minutes and we got our 250 coins to complete the mission. So that's nice there. Moving right along. So our next mission is to discover 12 basic elements in the compendium. Let's go. We can check out the compendium now. We have most of them discovered. We just have these 4 left, so let's just start working on these. This is lava and air. Select this one. Let's move this one over a couple. Let's put in an air one. Let's put in a combiner. And let's see what that makes, I guess. So nice, that looks like it made stone. Let's check the compendium, see how much stone sells for. Stone sells for 8, so that's pretty nice. Lava was only selling for 4. So we combined 1 lava worth 4 and 1 air worth 1, so that's 5, and we now get 8 out of it. So we'll do something similar for this. This one needs fizzy water and smoke. Okay, if you can't remember how to make fizzy water, you can just click on fizzy water and it shows you the recipe for fizzy water, which is water and air. So let's go back to this one here. We're doing fizzy water and smoke. So there's no sense congesting all this into one room here. Let's go ahead and spread this out a little bit. This is making smoke, I believe. Let's just bring this down over here. This is making smoke. Smoke is going to rise, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. But we need to combine smoke with what again? Smoke with fizzy water. Put down some air. Put down a combiner. Alright, so we need to be careful that we don't have like smoke rises and we put the fizzy water here. We'd have to worry about the smoke rising before the fizzy water gets made. So let's kind of do some proactive stuff so that we don't have to worry about the timing of it. Let's just put this over here. I think we'll move, as long as it's on a conveyor belt, I don't think it will rise. It considers it blocked. Move that over here. Let's move this over here. That'll make fizzy water. We need to bring that up one. And I think that should make what the new ingredient. Let's check it out. Water is on its way. So nice. So we made, looks like we made acid. Acid sells for 10. Nice. Let's get that going for sure. So we can just grab a disassembler down here. Throw it right there. Oh, nice. So that is acid done. We can take a look at the compendium. We actually have completed the mission already. We've discovered 12. But I think we're going to tackle these last two just so we have them done. This will be stone and air, or stone and water. Looks like two different recipes make the same ingredient. So let's, how do we make stone again? Stone is lava and air. And this is fire and earth. So we can build another setup kind of similar to this, I believe. Let's put another combiner in here. Try to make this a compact little factory. And that should, let's just see what that makes before we put in something else. So that's lava over here. There's air. Mix it into stone, stone and water. And we made sand. Eventually we'll have bigger factories that work together. But right now we're just having little steps to discover new elements. Next objective is to trigger a star shower and watch it through to the end. So star shower is up here. As this fills up, once it fills up, you can create a star shower. Star shower makes everything produce twice as fast, and I think it sells for twice as much. So it's kind of a way to make some money. Nice little touch there. I don't know how you fill this up. I think just by making stuff, you slowly fill this bar up. Okay, I had to step away for a minute, and I got lots of money now, so that's great. We can trigger the star shower. We'll hit Z to do so. Nice. We're supposed to watch this out now. We got stars falling. We got stars coming up from the bottom of the screen here, and we're making tons of money. Alright, next up is to complete 10 block challenges. Go to compendium now here, and if you click on each item, they have a purple star in the corner. That means we've completed the challenge for it. It's like on wood here. We can go down and we burn 100 copies of this block, and we complete the challenge on that. So we can click on coal and see what coal's challenge is. Use this as an ingredient 100 times in a combiner. So like we could do this one, we could make steam rise and it would turn to ether, which would, I think, would count for that. So let's try that. And first, let's actually, since we got tons of money now, let's go ahead and unlock the pusher and the puller. They do exactly what they sound like. They push and pull. Nice. So that'll make our factory much easier now. Let's grab the, what we're trying to do steam, I think, was fire and water. That should make steam. Steam will rise, and then we can turn it into ether. Nice, so that should complete that one. That'll fix this copy right here. What else can we do? So 100 coins worth of this element, we could do this one. So fizzy water is water plus air. Plus air into a combiner and into a nice, so that should complete that one. While we're waiting for some of these challenges to complete, let's see if we can discover this basic element here. This is a meteorite, fire, and coal. So coal, we can grab this one here. The machines will clone this. We'll make the coal right here. It's good there. We'll just stick fire above it, I think. That should make coal right here, and then we need to put another fire over here, and I think followed by a combiner. That should do it. Nice, so we made copper. And we might as well just sell copper. Keep the money coming in. Gonna have to change this a little bit. So let's do this. Let's move this down. Down, let's just sell this elements here, get this cleaned up. Machines here, we'll do stuff here. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. Then we can grab our new pusher tool here. Our pusher tool, we can set the filter on it. We're only going to push it if it's a meteorite. This one here. So that'll push it over here. We'll grab this here. I think we can do this. We can make this go over here. Let's move this stuff. We'll put that there. We'll put another wall here. We'll put a fire one here. And finally we can put a combiner over here. This earth, it's just going to stay here. Once the shooting star hits it, turn into a meteorite, it's going to come down here. Nice, so that'll work there. That'll get us some copper going. Okay, next up we have to discover this element here. This is combine two different raw elements and an ether. So the problem is, like, we can't put the raw elements next to each other because they will combine into something else before the ether gets there. So what we can do is we can come up here. This is just steam rising up to make ether. So we can probably grab this here. Let's clean this off real quick. Move this down a couple. We can sell this one. This is the disassembler. And what we can do is probably like move this down here. Like that. And earth. That'll be like right next to each other here, and then this ether will, I think ether floats. But we'll put this here anyway. We can grab the combiner and let's see what that makes. So that's going to get stuck there until we get another one behind it. So that's not going to work either. So let's just see if we throw another conveyor belt on there, if that'll work. Yeah, that works. So that makes magic. Let's check out magic. Magic is right here. Use magic, consume mana. Every magic block used in a recipe increases its cost by 100 mana. So mana is going to be a new resource we have that we're not even collecting yet. These are backing up. These turned into time. So the reason these turned into time is because this was stuck here. We weren't getting rid of it. So let's just go ahead and sell these things. We can fix this pretty easily. Sell the elements. And we can just grab the machines here and put a disassembler in here. I think that should fix it. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, next up are these two elements, but this one we don't have the, it's a question mark, so we haven't discovered the recipe for it yet. We're going to have to go through some of these and discover these before we find this one. But basically it needs two different black blocks. We only have one black block right now, which is coal. So I'm guessing one of these is black. You can see this one right here is black. So I'll probably have to work on this one, which looks like it's wood, earth, and 2 times. Let's get this one done first. This is magic and 2 different white blocks. So white block could be steam and air. Let's do steam first. That's just fire and water. Combine them into steam. That's going to want to rise. Let's just put a wall here. Let's sell this one. We don't want to sell these anymore. We want to move them down. And we can sell this stuff. Move this down this way. Steam here, air here, magic here, and into a combiner here, which we can just start selling it right away. Nice, it looks like it's working. So we discovered light. Light is worth 24 points, that's nice. So let's see if we can do this one. We need time. So let's come up with a design for this one here. Wood, earth, and time. Let's start with wood. Wood is just earth and I believe water into a combiner. That would make wood. Time is going to be a little bit more challenging. It is an ether block that sits still for a whole turn. So let's go back to this. So that is steam. Steam's going to come up, or steam's going to come up here. It's going to turn into ether. Push it down. Only if it is time. So it'll sit still until it turns into time. So we can flip it if we want to. I think we hit T, that'll flip it this way. And that's got to sit there for a while until it becomes time. It has to sit for a whole cycle. Nice. So that takes a while because anything that uses time goes slower. So that makes oil. Nice. Okay, so I think what we'll do is let's sell some of this stuff here. And what we can do is probably let's copy this down. Let's make 2 sets of them here, and then we'll grab some conveyor belts. It's going to be a little wasteful. I think that should work. No, it's not going to work because we need a combiner here. Okay, let's try it. So what happened here? This turned into magic for some reason. Probably got delayed too much. Let's sell that element. Okay, so I had to move this over one because this was getting stuck next to here and it was creating magic instead of wood, which is causing this to back up. So what I do is I have these 2 pullers here because so if we get steam stuck in here, let's see. So these pullers are set to take off steam, so that way I don't think it'll get this system backed up. See if this works. Yeah, so that didn't work either, but that's because we had it set up wrong. So let's try selling this and see if it backs up again. Okay, so we were originally working on this one here. This is 2 black ones and a magic thing. So let's get that going. Let's we'll probably just copy this here. This is making wood. This is making wood. And we need a fire next to it to make coal. Grab a puller here, rotate that around. This would, we can set this to only pull coal out so it won't pull the wood out. And then we can set this over to here. Set that, we can get rid of that. We can move this down to here. So this will generate fire coal form here. It'll come up here and go over to here. And this will be oil falling down. So we also need magic. I think magic is being made over here. Let's just copy some of this. Let's move it over to here. Fine, let's delete some of this. So this is, let's just start clearing this out. This is making magic right here, so we don't need this. We don't need any of this, I don't think. Because right now, like, we need the magic to come down this way, and that it's going to cross the path of the ether floating up, which is going to catch it and send it down the conveyor belt, which we don't want to happen. So let's not crisscross it. Let's just grab this. We can mirror it with G and T. A pusher in as a preventative measure. That will only push it if it's time, which means it's been sitting there too long. Time, that's good there. And then this will be magic coming out. Magic can come over to here. Down to there, and then we can put a combiner over here. And that'll make our new product, I think. Making magic over here. It looks like it's selling the extra oil. And there we go, we made darkness. Darkness is weightless and it is not affected by gravity. Okay, that's our first look at Fakutori. We are going to probably continue this in another episode or two and create some more complex chains. But now we're just getting it going. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.